Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Eduard. This is a limited edition kit which should be interesting for modelers who would like to depict a Spitfire model in a 1/48 scale. Moreover, we have a dual combo, so it means we get two models inside. You can see the writing here as well as the scaling, and of course it's a limited edition, so it means it will be available for quite a short time. I'm not sure how many kits will be produced, but still, I mean, it's better to hurry if you want to get one. Main idea behind this kit is, as you can see, it is part of the Spitfire story series. We reviewed the previous releases as well. You can find the video reviews on our YouTube channel. This one allows you to build a Spitfire Mk5 and copy the aircraft of pilots who flew over the occupied Europe, so it's quite an interesting thing to do. And as you can see, we have a commercial sample here, so it means it will be the same stuff as what you'll get from Eduard webshop if you order it there. And first of all, I can note that box size is standard for such release. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Maybe I'll close the camera so that it won't be that bright. Here on the side we can see all the markings, so there are 10 marking options included here, and because this is a dual combo, so you will be able to copy 2 markings out of 10, which is quite cool in my opinion. And on the opposite side you'll find some safety advices here. We also have list of the features, and here we have again the name of the kit and a reminder that this is a limited edition. This is a top opening box. And here's what we have inside. So because this is a dual combo, we will get all the sprues twice. Obviously I will not show them 2 times. I will show you only once so that you can see the main, let's say, type, and then we just proceed to another one. And we are going to start with this plastic bag. As you can see, it's a resealable plastic bag, so it's quite easy to open, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Here I can see that we have Fusewatch Ports and wing parts, so I need just to open it. Okay, so first of all we start with a sprue which is dedicated to wing parts, but it somehow got tangled with other sprues, so I'm just separating it right now. As far as I can see, parts are absolutely identical, even though I can see that frame number is more or less the same. Okay, so let's proceed with this sprue. Here you can take a closer look. So first of all, I can say that the overall design is quite standard for a Spitfire kit from Eduard, because Eduard released several versions before. And here you can see also that flaps are molded in, but ailerons are separate, wing tips are also separate. And if I zoom in as much as I can, here you can see the external features, so we have recessed panel lines and rivets. And also attachment points are quite thin, but be careful with these ones on the leading edges, because it's a bit tricky thing to do. And if I flip it over, here inside you can see some minor features for the main wheel wells. We also have some guiding elements. These guiding pins will help you to align the wing parts together, and this is a really handy thing because it will speed up the assembly process. Next we continue with Fusewatch Ports. So here we have actually 3 plastic sprues, because we have 2 of the same type and another one of the different type. And now I just need to find the difference here. I guess I will post the photo in the review article so that you can do it by yourself, but I will show you first this sprue, which is marked as a C sprue. So here we have 2 fuselage halves, and both are molded together with a tail fin and cowling top half. And as you can see, you will have to be careful in this cowling area. Maybe I would recommend to search for a one-piece upgrade. As far as I remember, Eduard was producing them, but maybe there is also some aftermarket producers doing it. It will allow you to get a one-piece part which would look more natural in my opinion, and of course it will be easier just to cut off the plastic. Here inside you can see some guiding elements for internal elements and cockpit. Because as you remember, cockpit here should be assembled separately and then just inserted in between Fusewatch parts. Next we continue with the sprue, which is lettered as a D. So here we have slightly different fuselage type, and if you are able to spot the difference, feel free to write in the comment section. But frankly speaking, I am not that specialist in a Spitfire, so that's why I'm not able to detect it from the first sight. And next we continue with two identical sprues which are dedicated to various elements. We have Cockpit Wall here, surprisingly, and we also have separate ailerons, several types of propellers, also several types of exhaust stacks, and some cockpit parts here and there, which will be used for these specific versions. By the way, we have also propeller hubs in two versions, which is rather nice packaging because these parts might be used later in some of your future builds as well. Next we continue with two identical plastic bags which carry clear sprues, so I will open only one and I will show you what is actually supplied there, so just give me a second. It is necessary to open the Ziploc bag. And here is what we have inside. Here it is. So these are Canopy Parts, and overall molding quality looks quite fine. I mean, these parts look almost like real glass, and of course you can open the canopy with them. It's a 1/48 scale kit. It would be strange not to have such chance. And because we have a limited edition here, we should have also the masks for this clear part, so it will be quite easy to mask them and get the proper paint finish without spending your time trying to cut off the small stickers. Next we continue with this plastic bag. I will zoom out so that you can see it. Here it is. And here we have the biggest sprues in the kit, which are actually dedicated to mix of various elements. And you will see it in a second. I mean, if you had, let's say, experience with the Spitfire from Eduard, this part set will be familiar to you, even if you assemble the MK9. So here you can see, for example, cockpit walls. We also have some propeller parts. Also, we have the exhaust stacks, another version. Obviously, this one will not be used because it's for early Spitfire. And we have machine gun barrels, some parts for the main wheel wells, instrument panel here. And I have to say that cockpit should be detailed even in the plastic only version, but here you also get PE parts, so it will be even more impressive once you get everything together. But that's not all, there is one more sprue. This one is also dedicated to a mix of various parts, because here we have these parts for the tail fairings, we also have separate ailerons, landing gear wheels, and some parts for the air intake on the wing, as well as the chin air intake as well. So again, molding quality looks really nice. Here you can see comparison with my fingertips. Some parts are really tiny, so be careful while working with them because it will be easy to lose them. And then you won't have a, let's say, second chance because there are no spare parts included. Next we continue with the bonuses for this limited edition. So first of all we have a mask sheet. These are pre-cut masks, so they should be easy to work with. Here you can see it closer. And here, by the way, you can notice that they're pre-cut, so they're ready to be used out of the box. Next, we continue with this plastic bag, and we have two PE threads. So here I have to check whether they are the same. Yes, they are even labeled the same, so there is no difference. And you shouldn't worry that you picked the wrong parts. I will show you only one, obviously, because there are absolutely identical elements. Here you can see it closer. We also have glazing on the dials. We'll also get some external parts, which is quite useful because it will add some fine features to the aircraft. And that's not all, because we have another great thing, let's say. It's this large plastic bag with decals. So just to remind you, we have 10 marking options included. And now I'm opening this plastic bag in order to show you what is actually supplied here. Of course, these decals are printed in Eduard, so we shouldn't be worried. Oh, so we have 3 decal sheets. I will show you the biggest one first, and then we gradually move to the small ones, which are absolutely identical, so I guess there will be no need to show the same stuff again and again. But we start with this one, and straight away it is easy to notice that we have some segmentation on this decal sheet, which is a rather useful thing, considering that we have 10 marking options here, so you just cut out the necessary section and use it. Obviously roundels are universal, so you use them on the whole aircraft. I mean, doesn't matter which marking option you choose, still you have to use roundels. And the small decal sheet is dedicated to stencils. So for the stencils, I recommend to apply them all because it's a quite impressive thing and it makes aircraft a bit more realistic. Here you can take a closer look that all these writings are readable in 1/48 scale. That's why I always insist that you should apply these decals and get your model even better looking appearance. Next we zoom out a bit. And here we have assembly manual. So this one is printed in form of color printed brochure. So let's open it. And we start with a short history note. As far as you can see, it is written in English. Next, we continue with the parts map. So blue color means that these parts will not be used. And here we proceed with the cockpit assembly. Straight away you will be working with some P parts, so be ready for that. Maybe get some glue and CA glue applicator as well. Next we continue with the instrument panel assembly, so you can choose between P parts or decals, but as usual I'm saying that it's really strange to use decals when you are offered the really nice P parts out of the box. Next, we continue with installation of this cockpit between two fuselage halves. Note that their choice will depend on the markings, because as you remember we have two different versions of the fuselage. The same applies to the wing parts. Some modifications will depend on this. And next we proceed with main wheel wells assembly. Here you join this wing sub-assembly together with the fuselage. We install the tail controls, we install the separate ailerons and wing tips, also radiators on the wing, chin panel. Here we continue with landing gear wheels. These are the main ones. Do not forget that you can replace them with the brass inset, which will give you even better features, but it will require some additional investment into the model. Next we have exhaust stacks. By the way, for exhaust stacks you can also get a brassing upgrade, so that's also something to consider. Of course you should choose whether you would like to open or close the canopy, because as you can see these will be completely different parts, so that's why it's important to decide it in advance. And here you can see the masking guide, so you can notice that it's not only for the clear parts, it's also for landing gear wheels, for the target side. Quite a handy bonus, as I said before. Next we have first marking option from July 1941. Here we continue with August 1941 and May 1942. Next is April and July 1942. Two more are coming from summer, fall and September 1942. And another pair of aircraft is from December 1942 and September 1943. As you can see, we already have these invasion stripes on the wings. But that's not all. One more marking option with clipped wings, and we have October 1943 for this marking option. And of course here is the stenciling guide for this aircraft on 2 pages, so be careful and apply all these writings on your model. So this kit should be already available. As far as you can see now, it is still let's say available on the official Eduard website, so get it directly there. You can buy it together with various updates or upgrades for this kit. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!